seemed a lot more open in the neutral zone. Is it one of those things where if they're willing to trade chances with you, they can create things, or is there still something you guys can do better?
No, I think that's just us. We weren't fast early on. I don't think we managed pucks well below the goal line. So now by the time you get it out, you're tired, and now you're not, you're changing and you're not in your structure, and they're coming through there. So I think there was a little bit of that going on early where we allowed them through there, and they were executing well. It usually comes down to that. I just saw it today below the goal line. Our team didn't execute like they normally do on the breakout. And then the third period, we started getting out of our end a little quicker, and maybe halfway through the second, and now we have some opportunities. So I think there was a little bit of that going on. They found some open ice, and if you're making plays, and we were a little in between, and I thought less aggressive than maybe we could have been. Some of that's by design. We want to take away the middle. They've got good speed there, but there was other times I think we could have shut down some plays, and we weren't able to do it.
Right side, in the back.
Ken Bolke, Sinman, Vegas. Did you feel like they were making a bunch of adjustments there to kind of change how you guys were playing? Or?
Well, I mean, I don't know. When you watch it after, you'll see more adjustments, and maybe we felt they were forechecking the puck side very heavily and trying to out numbers on that side. So they took away a bit of our strong side ability to break out. When we did, we were good. We did on the first goal by Carly. It was a good breakout by us. So they were on us in a hurry, quicker after that. So we tried to change sides a little more, some rims, and Jack got a 2-on-1 off one. So we tried to balance our breakouts, but that was one area I noticed for sure. They were more content to forecheck us, and it worked for them. I thought they got some pucks back. Other than that, in the neutral zone, they want to get the puck wide when they can, and then into speed. Then they'll change sides, and then get it into the middle if they can. And as I said, sometimes I think it was just us in between our checking, to be honest with you. And then those are the things I noticed, but they kind of play that way anyway. They just played better at it than we defended it, if that makes any sense. And that's what usually happens. And so they were the better team early on, and then, like I said, we got to our game in the third, and too bad we couldn't bury one.
Any more questions for Coach? Left side.
Ben Goetz, Las Vegas Regional. Bruce, you touched on it earlier, but how big was Aiden Hill when you guys suffered breakdowns to keep that game close?
Yeah, he was excellent. Can't fault him on any of the goals. Did a real nice job for us, timely saves, especially early on. I stuff around the front of the net I thought he was doing a good job with. And I thought Ottinger was good for them too. He made some big saves and key moments for them where we could have extended leads, and that's what you need from your goalie. So I think both guys were very good tonight. We didn't unfortunately get to test them in overtime, and they did.
We'll do two more questions. Left side, second row.
Mac Engel, Fort Worth Star-Telegram. Did you see anything from your team tonight that really gave you pause for concern, or was the outcome just an example of another team got you tonight? Well,
they're a good team, and it's a third overtime game in the series, so I'm not. There's always things we'll look at. As I said, our breakout execution is its support. Where we get into our areas, so we'll look at that. But I mean, they're a good team too, right? So that's going to happen. They have good players. Their top players finish plays for them tonight. And when that happens, good things happen to your team, and that's what you got to guard against. Those guys don't get excited to play, and get them going. So you're always, concerned about that'll spark their team. But at the end of the day, I don't think there's one area. Like I said, they were more competitive than us early. We got through that. It's 2-2 going into the third. And like I said, could have went either way from there. And they probably felt the same way about the first two games as well. So that's the way it goes sometimes.
Last question up front.
Hey, Bruce. Saad Yusuf from The Athletic. Your defense has been really strong all series, and specifically your defenseman. Just what do you think allowed Jason Robertson to get all the shots and looks that he did today? And did you see anything different from him?
Well, they seem to have the puck a lot more in the O zone, especially early on. So, why is that? I think we've done a better job checking pucks back from them, and O zone puck possession while in their end, we've been able to hang on to it and force them to defend more. So you spend more energy. I think it was just a case of that where early on, we weren't making them work in their own end. They got through the neutral zone, so now they're in the O zone, and that's their bread and butter. So that's going to happen if you don't check well. And that's where I thought against that particular line, we didn't do a good enough job knowing that, they're the drivers of offense. And, it's one of the reasons we ended up on the short side of it.